how you guys were able to generate that. I mean, was it just one of those nights where everything goes right, or was it obviously a lot of tic-tac-toe stuff for you guys? Why were you able to be as efficient as you were?
Well, first I thought we had a great week of practice. I thought we got 2 good days of rest. We had a team building day. And quite frankly, I felt that the whole week kind of led into tonight. Like, we had really one of our best practices in a really long time on Tuesday. And we answered the bell again on Wednesday, and then, yesterday was a good day, but we had a good team building day. Like I said to you last week, I didn't really like our team chemistry last weekend. Like, I thought we were off, and so we took a day off, and then we had a kind of a team building day, and we were a better cohesive group tonight, and I thought it gave us some confidence. We got to know each other a little bit better because we've had a lot of changes around here. And so I thought that was the number one reason. Number two, we got some guys back that, when you put Blair Jones back in the lineup and some guys are familiar, like, these are people that make a difference in your team, especially at the first part of the year we had it with Blair. And so I thought he gave our team a lot of confidence. Go ahead. Just having breakfast together. We get up every day, but we eat together, but we eat separately, kind of in our own little roundabout way at different times. We had a good team breakfast. Guys spent some time bowling Monday, went bowling, and did some things that they need to do. Like, they're no different than the rest of us as human beings. Like, we're only as good as the people we share our time with and we get along with, and we got to get to know each other. So I thought it was critical. And then, like I said, we just got some key guys back, and that helped us. No, I wasn't too surprised that Blair did what he did. I mean, like I said, I believe yesterday, he's been hit in the head 99 times, so 100th time, like, he got sent down. It doesn't matter anymore. Like, you just got to grow up and deal with it. That's part of our business. And I really felt when Blair got here on Thursday late afternoon, we met and talked in my office. I felt very good about where he was at. The space he was at mentally was really healthy. And so I felt he was ready to jump in and perform. That was prior to or post our conversation on Thursday afternoon here, early afternoon. But, he's been through it a couple of times, and so it's a little easier to come down and get going again. Well, Corbin's a thinker. He's a real deep thinker, and, he doesn't probably at this point in his development more as a man. It isn't like he's ready to just jump out of deep holes. Like, it's going to take a while. So I think he stayed with it. I think he's been a good pro. He's learning. He's going through the learning curve like a lot of our guys. Like, they're kind of over that hump of I'm tired now. Like, a lot of guys hit the wall there just after Christmas, prior to Christmas. Some of our college guys that come out, like, that's a really hard first half for him. So he's gotten a little bit more energy to his game. Trupp made a difference with himself today. They played together in college. I think they had a little chemistry. I think that showed in a couple of his goals today. But mainly I think that Corbin just got himself back to where his energy is at a pretty good position. We had a good, we've had 2 games last weekend, then we had all this week to kind of prepare and get ourselves more organized and get our wind a little bit. That's helped him.
With some players coming down from Calgary joining your team, do you think there's any pressure on some of these incoming players and interfering for the roster spots?
Incoming in who? Like,
well, for example, Jones coming back down.
Yeah.
And then Gillies joining the team.
Well, it's our team is at probably one of our most competitive points right now for ice time. No, there's no question about that. Who's going to be on the penalty kill? Who's going to be on the power play? Who's going to manage a regular shift? So this is at this particular juncture, as we sit here today, almost tomorrow, February 1st, like, this is as most competitive we've been all year, for sure. And that's just based on health a little bit and depth. And, it might get worse after next week because then the NHL shuts down. And if they assign other players down here, it even puts more of a logjam in here. So, we're in that position right now like a lot of American League teams, and it's a healthy situation. It's a really healthy situation. Makes coaching decisions a little bit harder, more difficult, but that's part of our job.
What was your guys' hope bringing Gillies in? What he's going to bring?
Well, Trevor comes in for a lot of reasons. One, number one, he's played for Brian Burke in the past, and so there's a relationship there. There's a belief there. There's a belief that he can help us. And number two, like the athlete has to come to one end, and Trevor wants to win. And Trevor, when he was approached, said like, "This is my option, and this team wants to win, and this organization wants to win. It's a young, growing organization. I'm a mature man. I want to be a teacher. I want to help." And he's a really classy guy. I met with him today for a while, and what he brings to our team is experience. He obviously brings an element of toughness. That's been a big part of his past. But most importantly, he brings us energy. Like, he's an energy guy that's been through the wars a little bit, and he'll help calm things down a little bit and settle our team down. But at the same time, I think when we're not going through good stretches at different times, he's got a tremendous amount of energy for the game and for people in general. Like, he's a hard-working guy. So he's in phenomenal shape, and he's ready to go. And he got here a little late today, or we might have put him in today, but we'll get him going here tomorrow.
Well, you guys did have 6 goals tonight. Tony held down the fort at the other end, even had a few Ron Hextall moments there in the face. A bunch of guys in the face. Just what you see from Young.
Well, I think he was competitive. That's the word I would say. Like, last week we had some players that I thought participated in the series, but they weren't effective. They just weren't effective. Like, there's a big difference between participating and being effective. I thought Yanni, from a goaltending standpoint, really was effective in the fact that he was competitive. Like, and so if he protected himself or protected his crease or his area there a couple of times, as you mentioned, I think he was really competitive. I thought he was really sound. I thought he was kind of one of the unsung heroes. I don't know if he got a star or not, but he should have, because he made some huge saves at critical times. Like, we gave him a couple of good looks, and he was there, and he made them look pretty easy, in my opinion. So we're going to have to look at the tape and find those errors we made. But for sure, I thought, he was one of the heroes of the game that maybe didn't get the notoriety maybe he should have.
You guys scored 6 goals in a lot tonight. Was there any areas that you could have improved on?
Well, I think our line changes have got to get way better. We've got new players, and we gave up too much ice. Line changing happens, anywhere from 50 to 70 times a game, and I thought we were really sloppy there. A lot of that has to do with new players and young players, and we cheat the system. And so your territory is given up based on line changes. That, and I thought faceoffs caused us some issues. And those were 2 issues where we're either going to have the puck or not have the puck, and it's a group effort. So I think our wings got to be a little bit more helpful tomorrow with our centermen, and we want to manage the puck a little bit better. But those were 2 areas that stood out to me.
You've talked a little bit about some veteran guys coming down from Calgary, but what kind of impression have your ECHL affiliate guys made on you so far come up?
Very good impression. You look at Trupp, and you look at, the size of the man, but, you can't measure the size of the heart. Like, that's a big heart in that man. Like, he works extremely hard, and he's got skill. So I think he's been great. We sent Jordan Kremer back. I thought he was terrific. He's a tough guy to send back. Like, he gave us good energy, especially on the road during that trip. He put a lot of guys on their seats. He was very physical and very noticeable. So I thought, he did a good job. Olivier, well, we call him Waze. Wazi has been great in practice. I thought he really helped our team this week. Like, it's one of those things that's behind the scene. He was so competitive in practice that it made our shooters really bear down. Like, he didn't cheat one puck all week, and I thought it made a big difference for our guys to shoot pucks, and that kind of paid off tonight. And there are other guys I'm sure I'm missing that we've got some guys down that have played well. The franchise who's out hurt. Like, we've gotten a good push out of Alaska, and that's a credit to Rob Murray, who's coaching the American League in Providence. He does a good job with his team, and anytime you have a good East Coast League affiliate, it really helps your depth, and we've gotten that. Even earlier, we got some players that came up and down and really added to our team. Ortio, if you remember, Ortio got a start where he went to Alaska, and we swapped out our goalies early in the year, and everybody's like, what are we doing? But in the end of the day, Ort's got 3 or 4 games up there and really has carried himself down here, so been a huge part of our success.
Great. Thanks, Trey.
Yep.